Om Shanti. This is the meditation on the Murli of 6th of September 2025. Let us remind ourselves who we are. The soul, tiniest point of light, incognito to this eye, can only be seen with the third eye of knowledge. The Father of the Unlimited sits here and explains to us, to unlimited children, you know that the Father of all is the one who is called the Supreme Father. There's only the one Supreme Father, and all the children have forgotten him. And therefore we understand how the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, who is the remover of sorrow and bestower of happiness, is removing our sorrow, and that we will then go into peace and happiness. Not everyone will go into happiness. Some will remain in peace, and others will go into happiness. And that's okay. Some play their parts from Golden Age, some from Silver Age, and others from Copper Age. There are some who come in Iron Age also. When we live in Golden Age, everyone else will be in the land of liberation. That's called God's home. In fact, it's home for all the souls. God's home cannot be called paradise. There, souls stay in silence. There are no bodies there. They must know that they will go to Allah. The people who follow the religion of Islam, and they know that their bodies will not go, but they will go as souls. One cannot become pure just by remembering God without knowing Him. The Father has only given us Brahmins His mouth-born creation, His introduction, to no one else otherwise. He has also told us about the parts that all the people of the world play. The Father tells everyone, consider yourselves to be a soul and remember me, and you will go to God's home. People ask for peace, but they cannot be receiving that in the home of God, the Father. All souls come from the land of peace. Everyone return there when the play comes to an end. The Father comes and takes everyone from this impure world back to His home. This is the most elevated confluence age. Elevated human beings, Purushottam beings, means those who are the highest on high beings. Uttam, say Uttam, highest. Until a soul becomes pure, he cannot become an elevated human being. The Father now says, remember me and understand world cycle and also imbibe divine virtues. So He's telling us three things: to remember Him, to understand world cycle, and to imbibe divine virtues. In that new world, their characters will be first class. Here, we have to become so conscious. We only have the Father's knowledge, and when He comes and gives it, that's when we understand it. Explain this with tact, Baba says. Those people consider Krishna to be God, but they don't know God. Only the incorporeal Father is the creator. But how does he create? What is his name, form, land and time? Naam, Roop, Desh, Kal. They don't know. So they say that he is beyond name and form. But they don't have enough sense to realize that there cannot be anything without name or form. That is not possible. This is the most elevated age in which we become deities from ordinary humans. The main thing is how to attain God. How then does God create that new world? And how can you explain all of these things? And Baba says for that, we have to churn this ocean of knowledge for this. The Father doesn't have to churn this ocean. Father teaches us the way to churn the ocean of knowledge. There definitely be the golden age at some point in time. The golden age is said to be pure. And Baba talks about the souls. Souls are pure, Satu Pradhan at first, and then alloy gets mixed into them. When souls have become Tamo Pradhan, Father has to come. Only the Father comes and creates that Satu Pradhan land of happiness. Everyone in the land of peace is pure. And then when they come down here, they very slowly continue to become impure. Every human being definitely goes through the stages of Satu, Rajo and Tamo. God speaks. Renounce all bodily relations and consider yourselves to be souls. When you remember me, the 5 evil spirits will be removed from you. You should have this concern day and night. Father too is concerned, and this is why he had the thought of coming here to make everyone happy. Together with him, we have to become his helpers. Therefore, we have to churn this ocean of knowledge. We become Tamo Pradhan gradually, and so it takes time for us to become Satu Pradhan. So we need to remind ourselves that it takes time. And now Baba says, greetings are to be given when all of us become liberated from all types of sorrow. And then we go to land of happiness. Only then we can say congratulations. The Father says, congratulations to you. You are becoming multimillionaires for 21 births. How can all of you people claim their inheritance from the Father? We now know all of this, but people cannot congratulate us just yet. They don't know us. When they give us congratulations, they too can become worthy of receiving congratulations. But we are incognito. We can congratulate each other. Congratulations. We now belong to the unlimited Father. We are so fortunate. We have happiness deep in our hearts. We give congratulations to ourselves that we have found our Father from whom we receive our inheritance. And congratulations will be given to those souls who receive high status at the end. Those souls will then be worshipped on the path of devotion. People don't know why they worship them. Therefore, the only concern we should have is how to explain to others. We have become pure, So how can we make others pure? This world is so huge. They say that all paths lead to God. However, God says, the Father says, you have been worshipping and making donations and performing charity birth after birth, and yet you didn't find the path. They say all of that is path continued eternally, but when did it begin? They don't understand the meaning of eternally. So too, they don't understand any of that. This is why Baba says, make effort to understand and then explain that to others. They will understand according to the efforts they make. For 21 births, that is the reward of this knowledge, which is happiness. And then there is sorrow, the account of those who have done the most devotion is explained to us. There has to be someone who inspires them to make effort so that they can know themselves and remember God. The highest on high is God alone. Baba says, tell them, you too are souls, children of God. Souls desire to go to God. Souls are first at pure, and have now become impure. This world cannot be called heaven now. All souls are impure. How they can become pure so that they can go to home of Allah, you need to explain that. Vicious souls don't exist in golden age. They have to be viceless. Souls do not become Sattva Pradhan immediately. All of these things are to be thought about and churned. So today's message from Baba is, churn the ocean of knowledge and do the service. Create your own fortune. Baba's blessing today, may you wear a crown of light by having the awareness of being Karanhar, the one who acts, and of Karavanhar, the one who inspires. I am an instrument, Karma Yogi, Karanhar, and the Father is Karavanhar, the one who inspires. If we have this natural awareness, we will constantly have a crown of light and become a carefree emperor. Just the Father and I, and no third person. Experiencing this easily makes us into carefree emperor. Those who become such emperors become conquerors of Maya, conquerors of their physical senses, and conquerors of matter. However, if even by mistake someone puts a burden of wasteful feelings and intention on themselves, then instead of crown, he would put many baskets of worry on their head. Slogan: to become free from all bondages, become a destroyer of all attachments to bodily relations. And today's beautiful Avyak signal is, your yoga can be powerful when all other thoughts have become quiet and there is just one thought of Baba and I. All thoughts apart from experience of meeting the Father should vanish. Only then could we say that our remembrance is as powerful as fire, through which transformation can take place. So let us keep the awareness of only Baba and I. Om Shanti.